Hello, how's it going? Alright, so this week I'm going to be giving my photos to ChatGPT, and then we'll have a little look and see if we are in any danger of the robots taking over, or if it's still really dumb. Okay, so this is the first image, walking down through Belfast on St. Patrick's Day and seeing these two guys. One of them on the left here at the back is handing out Bible tracts, gospel flyers, church stuff, and I just seen people walking past, so I quickly just tried to grab a picture. I think it's kind of worked out quite well. I do think it needs to be cropped in a tiny bit here on the right hand side, just to kind of add the balance a little better so it's more focused on them two, because right now I'm drawn over here to where it's too light. You could get really arty. They're like, oh, we've got this guy in black, the devil. Oh, we've got this one with the white coat, God, going opposite directions, while this wee man in the middle is handing out church things. Anyway, let's see what ChatGPT says. Composition: path creates strong leading lines that naturally draw the eye towards figures. Well, that's fair enough. Balanced and spacious frame, thoughtful negative space. Slightly high horizon gives dominance to the walking path. Two figures walking away introduce a subtle narrative. Quiet companionship, solitude, or departure. Placement of figures in the distance enhances a feeling of scale and emotional distance. That's what I was going for. 100%. Light and atmosphere, soft diffused light contributes to a peaceful introspective mood. Slight mist or haze as a gentle sense of separation and quiet. Earthy desaturated tones feel natural and understated. It's reading a DNG file, so I don't know if it's reading it as black and white or if it's actually reading it as the color data. That's an interesting one. If someone knows the answer for that, stick it in the comments, because I don't know. I've never even thought of that before. Interesting. Anyway, technical execution, sharp focus across the screen, particularly along the path, which is this bit, because it's the dude that I wanted a photo of. Good control of exposure, no blown highlights or crushed shadows. Emotionally resonant in a subtle, understated way. I'd say ChatGPT quite likes that picture. The robots like it. I'll take it. That's a win. Alright, so let's do the next one, and then it'll give me the same critique again. So here's a concise, standalone critique of this image, which I quite like. Seeing this week, he was just walking down the street, and granted, I've put him in black and white, so I've kind of taken away some of his madness. This tie is bright orange. It's a Julie Andrews tie, but this hat and this coat and gloves, I mean, incredible. Clean, minimal structure with strong vertical elements. I mean, people, they're like standing up. Single figure is well placed off center, creating tension and space. Repetition of lampposts add rhythm and depth. Alright, so we've already hit a wall here, so I mean, there's one lamppost here. Technically it's not a lamppost. I'm pretty sure it's the traffic lights for crossing the road, but strange. Lone person walking into the frame evokes themes of isolation, routine, or transition. Empty surroundings heighten the sense of solitude or quiet movement. Okay, so we've got a lady here, we've got a lady looking right at me here, and we've got three people here walking away. Interesting. Cool soft light with overcast sky. Can't even see the sky. It was overcast though, so I mean that's fair. Subtle reflections on the wet pavement. It did rain that day, but very, very lightly, and it was dry by the time I took this photo. Cool grays and muted tones support the emotional stillness. Tonal range is gentle with no harsh contrast, adds to the can. Crisp detail throughout, image is sharp and well exposed. Why, thank you. I'll take that. Excellent control of whites and highlights in the sky and pavement. I mean, the control in the sky in this picture is top drawer. Strong emotional pull through minimalism. Quiet but effective storytelling. Feels real. It's not accurate, but I'll take it. Alright, let's drop in the next one and we'll do same again. Here's a concise critique of this one. So yeah, so this was just kind of cool. There was a couple of people doing these sort of things, like standing up on these fences, which was just mad, because, you know, those are spikes. And this dude was just standing up on top of the traffic light, so I thought that was kind of cool. What have we got? Central figure. Let me write down. Okay, central figure draws immediate focus. I mean, I would hope so. Everyone else is kind of blur. We got a good bit of distance between the subjects, so that's kind of good. Depth is implied but not overemphasized. That's okay. Subject's expression and body language suggest candid emotion, fatigue, contemplation, or detachment. So he was standing up here so he could see the parade, which was behind me where I was taking this photo, but it came out from up the street, like out here. The gates for City Hall, and the parade was coming out and then down this way. It's not very helpful, I'm sure. Technical execution, slight motion blur or shallow focus may be intentional, adds realism and mood. Exposure is well managed. No harsh highlights or deep shadows. Yeah. And technical execution, it's loving my technical execution. Yeah, that's nice. Overall impact, emotionally immediate and human. Honest, unpolished portrayal that invites empathy and curiosity. Okay, so this next one, taken at night, very, very dark. Can't even remember what lens I had on, but I was not prepared for taking this shot. So much noise. So let's see what we say. Strong use of layered depth, foreground, midground, and background. Okay. Figure is well placed and balanced by the visual weight of surrounding lines and shapes. Diagonals subtly guide the eye across the frame. Well, I suppose we've diagonals here, don't we? That's a diagonal and that's a diagonal, but really it's an arch. But it does kind of bring you across. I can see that. The solitary figure hints at detachment. There's no person in that. I remember purposely going out of my way to get away from all of the people to take the photo. So the enclosed fenced feel adds tension. There's no fence. Soft light adds a quiet, blah blah blah. Muted palette with cool natural tones. Sharpness is good where it needs to be. The sharpness is terrible and the noise is terrible. The wire or barrier in the foreground adds mood. I think it means these plants that are growing on the side of the river. It's not a wire or a barrier. The figure's small size and partial obstruction. There's nobody there. The setting feels generic. Well layered, the frame borders on busy. Let me know if you'd like any croak post suggestions. Not right now, thanks. Alright, let's have a look at this one. This one is the one we went to next. Alright, so the figure is placed towards the edge of the frame, which creates tension and interest. There's no person in it. The walking figure alone and small suggests movement. The setting implies an urban or semi-industrial environment. Okay, so this is Belfast Docks, and over on this side of the water is where I live. Obviously not there, that's the beach. This was in one of my earlier videos where I'd gone down and taken a photo of a statue and the statue wasn't lit up high or at all. So I found this and took this instead. Very happy with this photo. Muted palette with cool tones suits the quiet reflective mood. Image is well exposed, retaining shadow details. Figures distance and indistinct posture. I'm just not sure. The image hints at potential symmetry or framing strength, but it's not fully committed. Alright, so we will do one more. It's kind of fun doing this. I might do this again actually. It's quite good. It doesn't know anything. I think that's what makes it so much fun. Here's a concise analysis of this photo. So yeah, so this is the Coast Guard hut on the East Strand in Portrush. Strong central subject framed within architectural lines. This is not central. The layered space, foreground gate, midground figure, background wall. Okay, I think it thinks that's a wall. That's actually like cliffs. Vertical framing sits a tall structure. Okay. The subject sitting with their head down evokes themes of defeat, contemplation, or withdrawal. There's nobody there. Framing them within the bars or fencing suggests confinement. Does ChatGPT see ghosts? Is that what's going on here? Is it seeing things that aren't actually there? What doesn't work? Foreground fence slightly distracting. It's part of the structure. I cannot help that. That is just how it is. Background is relatively flat. Deal with it. Lack of subtle detail. The emotional tone is strong but not nuanced. I mean, there's no emotional. I just like the fact that it's an empty beach. One of my favorite beaches with a Coast Guard hut. I thought that was kind of cool. That's about it. I mean, there's no deeper meaning. Yeah, I can't help myself. Let's do one more. Well, if you've ever tried this, let me know in the comments if you thought it was fun or if it was accurate, or maybe my prompts aren't good enough. Maybe I need to give more detail into the machine for it to get the right answers. But also feel free to critique any of the pictures that you've seen in the comment. I can take it. It's okay. So the big thing is, as long as you like your work and you enjoy doing what you're doing, it doesn't really matter. That's kind of the truth of it. So but this is just fun. This is fun. So we are doing this photo. Excellent use of layering. Foreground figure, midground pavement, background architecture. The figure walking away, this person here, adds direction and leads the viewer's eye deeper into the frame. Symmetry in the path and the background adds structure without being rigid. The lone figure mid-step suggests quiet motion or a passing moment. Their turned back introduces a slight emotional distance and intrigue. Soft, natural light creates a calm, observational tone. Subtle mist. Muted color palette feels natural. Well exposed with clean details and balanced sharpness. Smooth rendering of textures. Scene feels observational but not particularly emotive. They are looking, ChatGPT is looking at this portion. They've completely missed the subject, which is this lady right here who's staring right at the camera. Everything is well done, but too safe. Oh well, story of my life. Alright, well, that was kind of fun. I enjoyed that. I'll probably do that again sometime. Yeah, ChatGPT, I mean, it's good for some things. I use it for writing code and for stuff for work and stuff, but that's just kind of useless. If you've done it, let me know how it worked for you. If you liked any of the photos, let me know. Critique them if you want, that's fine. But yeah, so get your camera, get out there, take some photos, and ask the machines if they like it. And until then, I will see you next Tuesday. So, see you later.